Dolphins fans, welcome into the Dolphins Today mailbag. I am Will Scott answering your questions live here during our Thursday Dolphins stream. And fins up, we appreciate you. $20 super chat saying Jalen Ramsey's about to go off this year. I could not agree more. Some clowns are saying he's washed. Look at the numbers. The numbers do not lie. He's still a top-tier corner. And what's the deal with the O-line? Anything going to happen? I think they're going to sign a right tackle, fins up. It might be an underwhelming signing like George Fant, but I do think they're going to sign a right tackle. And I think the plan is to draft a guard. I think Dan Feeney was a solid pickup, but I still think they're going to draft a guard. Maybe that's Cody Mauch from North Dakota State. I would love that. If you guys want more daily Dolphins content, then be sure to like this video. If you want to keep getting Dolphins videos every single day, like the video or in the offseason, I'm trying to get you guys daily Dolphins content. But my bosses have told me, you got to get more likes on your videos, Will. So be sure to like the video if you guys want more daily Dolphins content. John Ruiz, I know you want the daily vids, saying, what are some cuts the Dolphins should do? And what are their options in cap space? So I don't know what cuts they're going to make the clear cap. They cut Ethan Carter, they cut Byron Jones, but that Byron Jones cut's not going to go into effect, that cap space, until post-June 1. I think the things they need to do are restructure Ogbah's contract and extend Christian Wilkins. So if they do those two things, extend Wilk, restructure Ogbah, they can clear cap space right now and clear a lot of it. Matthew Sams. Well, there we go. Good segue there. Like I just said, they should extend Christian Wilkins and restructure Ogbah's contract. Those need to be the next two things that they do. Carter Reimer saying, who wins the third wide receiver spot? I think Erik Ezukanma has a good chance. And does Miami look to add another wide receiver? I don't think so. I think they're done at wide receiver. They have 7 on the roster right now, all of which have a decent shot to make this team. They might add one late in the draft or obviously add a couple UDFAs. I'm with you. Erik Ezukanma looked really good in training camp, just did not have a chance really to play for the Dolphins this year. But maybe with Sherfield gone, maybe that'll be an opportunity for Eazy-E to come in and win that third wide receiver job. I think it's going to be Braxton Berrios, though, who ultimately is the third wide receiver on this team. Han Solo saying, I'm all in on Cody Mauch. We drafting him, Willie. Hashtag Mauch to Miami. I would love Cody Mauch. He might be on the board when the Dolphins take second round, pick in the second round. So he's versatile. He could be a guard in the NFL. He could be a right tackle. If you draft him, he could be your starting left guard or the starting right tackle. I really like Cody Mauch. Oh, my gosh. There's the Raiders report in the chat. Do you want to draft Cody Mauch? Type D for draft or type P for pass. Down in the comment section, go down and let me know. Do you want to draft Cody Mauch? It is the pinned comment on today's video. So when ad break comes, go down, chime in. Do you want to draft the North Dakota State offensive lineman? Alex saying, are the Dolphins a Super Bowl team? 4 words for you. Actually, is it 5? 4 words. And when you say, is it 5? Oh, shoot. I just screwed that up. 5 words. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl. I think the Dolphins are going to contend for a Super Bowl this year. I just think you have to solidify that offensive line, Alex. Brian, do you want to trade up and get Darnell Washington? Man, the problem is they just don't have a lot of capital to trade up. That's the issue right now. But I would love to trade up for Darnell Washington. You need a tight end. He's one of the best tight ends in this class. Dude is a freak. Sherry May saying, get Fleming and Cody Mauch. My dream offensive line, Sherry, is Cody Mauch at left guard, Cam Fleming at right tackle. That would be fantastic if you can make that happen. Chad Jones. Who? Chad Jones. $20 super chat. If we fix our offensive line, our 2 running backs put up the most yards together last year. I'm with you. I mean, you can't really blame the running backs for having the year you did in terms of running the football last year. The offensive line had a lot to do with that, specifically the interior offensive line. So hopefully they can solidify that offensive line, and it can lead to some big numbers for Raheem and Jeff. Darren saying, oh, we appreciate the $5 super chat. Do you think we should trade for Jonah Williams and draft DeJuan Jones. First super chat, by the way, from Darren. We appreciate Darren. Trade for Jonah Williams, draft DeJuan Jones. I do think they should at least inquire about Williams, and then Jones, I'm not sure if he's going to be on the board when the Dolphins pick in the second round. The one-inch wonder. Good to see you again, man. Is Donovan Smith still available? Yes, but Donovan Smith is a left tackle, so I don't know if he'd want to play right, but if you give him decent money, then yeah, I think he'd be a great option. I just think that Isaiah Wynn and Fleming might be a little more realistic. Dalton Brunson says, when are we going to sign a freaking right tackle? I'm with you. The Dolphins should absolutely sign a right tackle and do so ASAP. Here are some options. The best right tackle still available. Isaiah Wynn, Cameron Fleming, George Fant. The Dolphins have been linked to George Fant. And then Brandon Shell, who did a serviceable job as the Dolphins' right tackle this past season. He is still available in free agency. Only gave up 2 sacks, did Brandon Shell. Will the Dolphins sign a right tackle? Y for yes and for no down in the comment section. It's really important that the Dolphins do that because the right side is Tua's blind side. You got to keep Tua Tagovailoa healthy. If Tua's not healthy, the Dolphins are not going anywhere as a football team. You got to go get him a right tackle. Ben saying, we can hopefully get a right tackle and a tight end and draft a left guard and let's go Canes. All about the U. I think when this mailbag goes out, the U will have already played the University of Houston, but hopefully they get the job done on Friday night. Saying we can hopefully get a right tackle. Yeah, I'm with you. Hopefully the Dolphins sign a guy like Cam Fleming. He's still available. A tight end. They're probably not going to sign a tight end anymore, but maybe draft a guy like Darnell Washington and draft a left guard. I mean, if they somehow end up with, it's not feasible, but if they somehow end up with Darnell Washington, Cody Mauch, we're going to have a party here on Dolphins Today. Uh-oh. Miggy Camacho saying the Raiders are better than the Dolphins. Raiders! The Raiders report has crashed our Dolphins live stream. We're filming this mailbag during Dolphins Live, and the Raiders report has crashed the Dolphins Today stream. Miggy, I'll ask you this question. Who made the playoffs last year and who didn't? Enough said. Winland Witt, what center in the draft can play left guard? If you draft a center, I'd want him to play center. I mean, John Michael Smits is a possibility there. Alex saying, should the Dolphins get Darnell, Tyjae Spears, or an offensive lineman in the second? If Darnell Washington is on the board and the Dolphins do not draft him, I'm going to be upset. So, yes, they should draft Darnell. I just don't know if he's going to be on the board. Tyjae might be on the board, and I understand the Dolphins have signed 4 offensive linemen. Or I should say, I wish they would have signed 4 offensive linemen. 4 running backs is we're getting crashed by the Raiders report here. But I still think they could draft a running back. It's a deep class. And then offensive linemen, yeah, I think they might draft a guard in the second or third round. Appreciate the question, Alex. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/Dolphins News. And if you missed our mailbag, we go live every Thursday at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. Be sure to join us for our next mailbag.